So, do you remember when Wendell August Forge made ornaments and other items out of the metal from the roof of the old igloo? Now they are doing something similar with the tiles from the roof of the Allegheny County Courthouse. From wall hangings to candle holders, there are all kinds of items being made with those tiles. Here to explain how this project came about are Allegheny County Executive Rich Fitzgerald and Carol Glotfelty, the Executive Director of the Allegheny County Parks Foundation. Welcome to both of you. This is an exciting project.
It really is. You know, if people that walk around Ross Street and Grand Street and see all the scaffolding,
yes,
we're replacing the roof after 130 years. It was built in 1888.
Right.
It's the original roof. 450,000 tiles individually
450,000
are being removed. It's a year-long project. I mean, this great building, this beautiful architectural that was built by H.H. Richardson, one of America's renowned architects back in the 1800s. This was the last building that he built before he passed away. And the roof, we're putting the original tiles back on there that were orange. Nobody in Pittsburgh knows they were orange because they think they're black because of our industrial past, and it's going to look a lot different, but they're going through this process. But the exciting thing is we're saving these tiles and using them, and we have some, Wendell August Forge, as you said, is redoing them.
Right.
And for people that want to have a memento of having worked for the county or an experience around Pittsburgh, these tiles are going to be for sale and be used for the go into the parks. Be used for the Allegheny County Parks Foundation.
And I'm just looking at some of the different uses. I see you brought some with you today, but many different uses for these tiles, things that I would not have ever imagined. This one I see is actually a calendar. Is that right?
I think they turned one into a calendar.
Right. These are pretty heavy too, by the way.
Oh, the roof was made very well. It was done a great job. That's why it lasted 130 years.
Very
but it
nice.
did start to. The connections in between them actually is what deteriorated more than the tiles themselves.
I see. And so you said, and that's so funny that they are orange. I would think that they were black, but they're not.
They're not. And we all did. We all thought that's what color they were. And then when they started doing sections of it and said, wait a minute, is that the original color? Yes, that's what they were made out of. Right.
It's surprising to me, though, that in 130 years, the roof hadn't been changed.
No. No, but if you went up there, you could see the sky in certain parts where it had broken apart. So we were getting water damage. It's just something that, again, this is a beautiful building. This is the Publix building. People have used it. We do the choral presentations. People have had weddings there and ceremonies, etc. So we want to make sure we restore it and save the building for future generations.
And this is a good partnership with the Parks Foundation.
Yes, we're really excited about this project because the proceeds from the sale of these items that Wendell August Forge is making will come to the Allegheny County Parks Foundation. We were created to be a partner with Allegheny County government in helping to restore and improve the 9 Allegheny County parks. We have in Allegheny County 12,000 acres in these 9
I didn't realize
parks.
that was so much, 12,000 acres.
12,000 acres. It's a terrific asset for the people of Allegheny County, but it takes a lot to keep them up.
Oh, I'm sure.
So we raise money and form public-private partnerships with other organizations as well as the county to improve the parks, to put new features in the parks, and right now we're kind of focusing on restoration of some important facilities, so it really ties in beautifully with the restoration of the roof of the county courthouse.
And I'm sure some of the funds from the sale of these will go toward the upkeep of those parks.
Absolutely. A couple of the projects that we're working on right now are the Cascades, which is a stone feature that goes back to the beginning of South Park. Back in the early 30s, there was this creation by Paul Reese, who was the original parks director, was a series of wading pools and little waterfalls, and until about the early 1970s, you could see families and kids all over these rocks. It looked like they were in Yellowstone. We have some historical photos, but they haven't been used and they've kind of gotten overgrown. And so the Pittsburgh Penguins Foundation has made this an important project for them to invest in. So we're working with them and the county park system to restore the the Cascades feature, and there's some other projects of that sort that we're working on, and this money will go towards that.
As you can imagine, 12,000 acres is a lot to take care of.
That's a lot. I didn't realize there were so many acres.
So the county budget is really trying to keep up, cut the grass, clean the shelters, and do regular maintenance. So special projects like Karen talked about, like the waterfall Cascades, they're able to raise money through private foundations like the Penguins Foundation and others. They put a meadow, an absolutely beautiful meadow, 6 acres in Boyce Park, that when people go to it, they literally get out of their, stop their car, get out of their car, and go up and take pictures.
Oh my goodness.
They restored the loop around the lake in North Park, the 5-mile loop.
Yes.
So these are the kind of projects that the Allegheny County Parks Foundation does privately, along with the regular maintenance that the county does publicly.
And then so purchasing one of these tiles is only going to help that. Do you know how many of these are going to be sold and where people can
Well, we have 450,000 of them. I don't know if we're going to sell all 450,000.
I was going to say, are they all going to be sold? At least a good number of them, I'm sure.
And I think they sell from about $30 to $75, depending on which one of that they select. They'll be able to go online at the Allegheny County Parks Foundation. I think they're going to post that on the screen to be able to do that. But through the county website, through the Parks Foundation website, and Wendell August Forge will also be able to do it. So there'll be a number of ways in which people will be able to purchase these for their family member who might have worked at the worked for the county or has memories and want to do it.
It's literally a piece of history. Literally. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. Now, as you heard, to learn more about the roof tile project, you can visit our website, kdka.com/PTL, and we have a link posted for you. You can get all of the information there, including how you can get one of these tiles.